Hello students, so we are back with another video. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the second approach. Okay, so second approach of the consumer equilibrium. So the first approach for the cardinal utility approach, we have already discussed that. So today we are going to start with the ordinal utility approach, also called indifference curve or Hicksian analysis. So as you all know that according to the cardinal approach we can measure the utility, isn't it? But the modern economists, they disregarded the concept of cardinal measurement of utility. They were opposing this concept of cardinal measurement of utility. So they were of the opinion that utility is a psychological phenomena and it is next to impossible to measure the utility in absolute terms. So according to them, a consumer can rank. So what the ordinal approach is saying, we cannot measure utility but we can rank them. Okay, we can rank them, like a consumer can rank various combination of goods and services in order of his or her preferences. For example, if a consumer consumes two goods, apple and bananas, then he can indicate whether he or she prefer apple over banana, or whether he or she prefer banana over apple, or whether he is indifferent, like both are equally preferable. Indifferent between apple and banana, that means that the consumer equally preferable and both of them give him or her the same level of satisfaction. So in this way, according to the ordinal utility approach, we cannot measure utility as it is a psychological phenomena, but we can rank them, so we can prefer them. Okay, so this approach does not does not use the cardinal values like 1, 2, 3, etc. Rather, it makes use of the ordinal numbers like first, second, third, fourth, etc. Okay, so which can be used only for ranking. So it means that if the consumer likes apple more than banana, he will give first rank to the apple and second rank to banana. So such method of ranking the preference, okay, so such method of ranking the preferences is known as ordinal utility approach. So ordinal utility is the utility that is expressed in ranks. Okay, moving on to now the important topic in the ordinal utility approach is the indifference curve. Okay, so what is this indifference curve? So indifference curve refers to the graphical representation of various alternative combinations of bundles of two goods among which the consumer is indifferent. Okay, so it refers to the graphical representation of the various alternative combination of two goods which the consumer is indifferent. Consumer is giving, so the from that bundle, that combination of bundle, consumer is getting the equal satisfaction. Okay, so as you know that when a consumer is consuming various goods and services, there are some combination which gives him the exactly the same level of satisfaction. So the graphical representation of such combination is termed as the indifference curve. Okay, or alternatively you can also say that the indifference curve is the locus of points that shows combination of two commodities which gives the consumer same satisfaction. So you can understand with the help of this schedule and this diagram the what is indifference curve. So table 2.5 is the indifference schedule and this figure 2.4 is the indifference curve. So here there are various combinations P, Q, R, S, T of apple and banana. So in the combination P, one apple of banana and 1 unit of apple and 15 units of banana are consumed. In the Q combination, 2 units of apple and 10 units of banana. Similarly, there are various combination. So as seen in the schedule, consumer is indifferent between 5 combinations of apple and banana. So suppose we are talking about combination P, 1 unit of apple, 15 unit of banana gives the same level of satisfaction as 2 unit of apple and 10 unit of banana, and 3 unit of apple and 6 unit of banana in the combination R, and so on. So when these combinations are represented graphically and joined together, we get a curve combining P, Q, R, S S and T, we get a curve that is called IC1, and that curve is only the indifference curve. So in this diagram, apples are measured along the x-axis and banana are measured on the y-axis. So all points P, Q, R, S, T on the curve shows different combination of apples and banana. These points are joined together with the help of a smooth curve, and that curve is only the indifference curve. So an indifference curve is the locus of all points representing different combination that are equally satisfactory to the consumer. So that means consumer is indifferent. So every bundle, every point on the indifference curve, the consumer is getting the equal level of satisfaction by consuming the two commodities. Okay, so every point on IC represent an equal amount of satisfaction to the consumer. So the consumer is said to be indifferent between the combination located on the indifference curve IC1. Okay, now so this is about the indifference curve. Okay, next we are going to discuss is the monotonic preferences. So monotonic preferences means that a rational consumer always prefer more of a commodity as it offer him a higher level of satisfaction. So a rational consumer always wants to consume more of a commodity as that will give the consumer higher level of satisfaction. Okay, in simple word, if you say monotonic preferences implies that as consumption increases, total utility also increases. Okay, so for example, suppose if you consider these two goods, apple and banana. Suppose there are two bundles. First is 10 apple, 10 banana, and the second bundle is 7 apple, 7 banana. So obviously consumer prefer first bundle as compared to second, because since consumer is preferring first bundle as compared to second bundle, we'll call monotonic preference as first bundle contains more of both apples and bananas. Okay, so consumer is always preferring more of a commodity. If you see another case, if two bundles are there, first bundle 10 apple 7 banana, second bundle 9 apple 7 banana. So consumer preference of first bundle as compared to second bundle will be called monotonic preferences, as first bundle contain more of apples although bananas are same. Okay, so monotonic preference means the consumer always prefer to consume more of a commodity as it offers him the higher level of satisfaction. So that means that is monotonic preferences. Okay, next is the indifference map. So indifference map refers to the family of indifference curve that represent consumer preferences over all bundles of two goods. Okay, so like an indifference curve, indifference map means like if you see in this diagram, IC1 represent the lowest satisfaction, IC2 shows satisfaction more than IC1, and the highest level of satisfaction is depicted by the curve by the indifference curve IC3. That means higher the indifference curve, higher will be the satisfaction. Okay, so if we plot up the indifference curve family of indifference curve together, then that is called indifference map. Okay, indifference map. Next is the marginal rate of substitution. So MRS refers to it's same like MRT. Okay, so MRS refers to the rate at which the commodities can be substituted with each other so that the total satisfaction of the consumer remains the same. For example, in the example of apples and bananas, MRS of A for B will be the number of units of B that the consumer is willing to sacrifice for an additional unit of apple so as to maintain the same level of satisfaction. Okay, so that means MRS AB means units of banana willing to sacrifice divided by units of apple willing to gain. Okay, so that means it is a MRS is the rate at which the commodities can be substituted with each other so that the total satisfaction of the consumer will remain same. Okay, so MRS is the rate at which the consumer is willing to give up banana for one more. In order to get one more unit of apple, how much banana the consumer is willing to sacrifice. That is MRS. So this means that MRS measures the slope of indifference curve. Okay, so indifference curve slope is being measured by this marginal rate of substitution. This is very important point. The slope of indifference curve is measured by MRS. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. Okay, so suppose if you see that why this MRS diminishes. Okay, so MRS falls because of the law of diminishing marginal utility. It is same like the law of DMU. Okay, so in the above example, apples and banana example, combination P has only one apple, and therefore apple is relatively more important than banana. So due to this, the consumer is willing to give up more bananas for an additional apple. But as he consumes more and more of apple, his marginal utility for apple keeps on declining. As a result, he is willing to give up less and less of bananas for each additional apple. Okay, so that's why your MRS is always diminishing. Okay, assumptions of indifference curve. The various assumptions of indifference curve are: number one, the two commodities. It is assumed that the consumer has a fixed amount of money, whole of which is to be spent on two goods. Give constant prices, given the constant prices of both the goods. Okay, the two commodities fixed. Non-satiety. That means it is assumed that the consumer has not reached the point of saturation. Consumer always prefer more of both commodity. That is, he always tries to move to the higher indifference curve, because as we have said that higher the indifference curve, higher level is the satisfaction. So there is no such saturation point, no satiety. Okay, ordinal utility. Consumer can rank his preferences on the basis of the satisfaction from each bundles of goods. Fourth assumption is diminishing marginal rate of substitution. So MRS is diminishing because in order to get 1 unit of apple, the consumer is willing to sacrifice more unit of banana. So indifference curve analysis assumes diminishing marginal rate of substitution. So due to this assumption, that is why your indifference curve is convex in shape. Okay, children, the convexity of the indifference curve is because of the diminishing MRS. Okay, and number 5th is the rational consumer. The consumer is assumed to behave in a rational manner, that is, he aims to maximize his total satisfaction. So these are the 5 assumptions of the indifference curve. Next, we are going to discuss about the properties. Very important. Okay, properties of indifference curve. So the first property of indifference curve is indifferent curves are always convex to the origin. So this shape is the convex. Okay. So why it is convex? So an indifference curve is convex to the origin because of diminishing MRS. So MRS declines continuously because of the law of DMU, isn't it? So as you have seen that, like when the consumer consumes more and more of apple, his marginal utility from apple keeps on declining, and he is willing to give up less and less banana for each apple. Therefore, indifference curve are convex to the origin. It must be noted that MRS indicates the slope of indifference curve. Indifference curve is convex to the origin because of the diminishing MRS. Okay. And now, second property is indifferent curve slopes downwards. So it implies that why it is sloping downwards, because consumer consumes more of one good, he must consume less of another good. Okay, so it happens because the consumer decides to have more of 1 unit of apple, he will have to reduce the number of another good, say banana. So the total satisfaction remains the same. So in this way, your indifferent curve slopes downward. Okay. Higher indifference curve represent higher level of satisfaction. So higher the indifference curve means large bundle of goods, which means more utility because of the monotonic preferences. So consider point A on IC1. Okay, suppose if you say in figure 2.5, if you refer, okay, if you see this diagram, this means higher indifference curve means higher level of satisfaction, isn't it, children? So if you see here in A bundle, what is happening here? If you see, consider point A on IC1 and point B on IC2. At A, the consumer gets the combination. Suppose if you go at A, the consumer is getting the combination OP and OR, but at B, the consumer is getting OP and OS, isn't it? Okay, OP and OS. At A, it is getting OR and OP of the two commodities X and Y. At B, consumer gets combination OS and OP. As you can see, OS is greater than OR. So the consumer gets more satisfaction at IC2. That means higher the level indifference curve, higher will be the satisfaction. And the fourth property of indifference curve is like indifference curve can never intersect each other. So they will only pass through one another. Okay, as the two indifference curve cannot represent the same level of satisfaction because they higher indifference curve, higher satisfaction. So the two indifference curve cannot represent the same level of satisfaction. Because of that, they cannot intersect each other. It only means that one indifference curve will pass through a given point on the indifference map. So if you see in this diagram, if you see in the figure 2.7, satisfaction from point A and B on the IC1 will be same. Similarly, point A and C on IC2 also gives the same level of satisfaction. It means point B and C should also give the same level of satisfaction. However, this is not possible as your point B and point C is on the higher indifference curve, isn't it? On the two different indifference curve, IC1 and IC2. Point B is on IC1, point C is on IC2 respectively, and these 2 points represent different level of satisfaction. Therefore, the two indifference curve cannot intersect each other, so they will only pass. Okay, so one indifference curve will only pass over another indifference curve. They cannot intersect each other. They will pass. Okay, just they will pass, because if they are intersecting, that means the two indifference curve will give the same level of satisfaction, but that is not the case. Higher the indifference curve, higher is the satisfaction. So the indifference curve can never intersect each other. Got it, children? So these are the 4 properties of indifference curve. Indifference curve are always convex to the origin because of the diminishing MRS. Indifference curve slopes downwards. Higher indifference curve represents higher level of satisfaction, and indifference curve can never intersect with each other. They will only pass. They will not intersect each other. Okay? So this is about the indifference curve properties.